Hi guys, welcome to my video. So I have completed the installation for BCM Max and I have also installed the headlight switch and the dimmer switch. There are no aftermarket sensors. I'll be using the sensor provided by the company, which is over here. The company provides this sensor for rain lights and the auto sensing wipers. So basically the sensor inbuilt has a light sensor in it, but then previously this functions were not possible because my car BCM provided by the company would not support light function and the necessary wiring was missing. In this retrofit you would get a full control of your headlights and all the exterior lights, plus it would show you the bulb out warnings, all the warnings if any of the bulbs are blown or fused, and plus many other features like auto headlights, coming home lights, leaving home lights. But then previously this was not possible, as I said, it because of the BCM. Now I have done the installation and I have done the wiring so that all the lights can be controlled by the BCM. As it is night time, the headlights are on because the light sensor has automatically sensed that it's dark enough to turn the headlights on, and this is in auto mode. Then only it will work. Your leaving home and your coming home lights will only work if it work in auto mode, and it won't work in any other mode. So now as you can see, the bulb out warning, this symbol is on and the lights are not on even after the switch is in auto position. It's because I have intentionally disconnected it just to show you that the BCM would give out you a warning on the maxi dot that one of the bulbs of your car are not working, one of many, but it would not show you which specific bulb. That can only be seen if you do a diagnostic scan, and at that time it would show you which specific bulb is having a problem. Also, I have installed the dimmer switch. So if I reduce this, the illumination for all the buttons and the cluster and radio would reduce, just like this. It would do the same for even the radio and the AC panel. So in this dimmer switch, in this way of installation for the dimmer switch, the BCM is connected via the dimmer switch is connected via the BCM, and it functions in an OEM way, not like the other way where you could have an issue. I am not sure about it, but then yes, you could if you it doesn't work all the way. It gets the minimum value is fixed midway only, and then there have been issues of the cluster backlit for the cluster flickering, but then in this it doesn't happen. In this, even if you turn off the ignition and just a second, so even if you turn off the ignition and the interior lights are on, even at that time it would work. So this is not possible if you don't do the connection for the dimmer switch via the BCM, but yes, this won't be an issue for me. Also, see, as the ignition is on and the switch is in auto mode, okay, so once I turn off the ignition and I don't remove the key, the interior lights, all the backlight and the radio and everything, plus the cluster would stay on. Obviously all the warning lights would go off and the MID would not show you anything except for the door open warning, or if the door is closed it would not show you that also. Yeah, it would just show you the car symbol. Yeah, but then this is how it works. It just gives you, a premium feel, makes your car more premium. Just a benefit of adding a BCM Max. Also, one more thing, uh, this is the backlight. The backlight for the hazard button is always on. So I remove the key and you can see the backlight is on. Once I press lock, it would go off. As soon as I press unlock, it would again come on, switch on, and it doesn't have any problem with the regular functioning. It functions the same way as it used to do before. Just one of the few tweaks you could do with BCM Max. So now for the side lights. So side lights is basically a feature where if you have parked the car on the side of the road and you want to give a message or give a warning to the oncoming travelers, you can opt to give this specific signal, in which the only right, if you use the right side indicator, your right tail lamp and the DRLs or the parking lights will turn on. It would work the same for the left side. Obviously, the only condition necessary is you don't need to have a key in the car and the ignition has to be turned off. So once I put the right indicator, it shows a message on the maxi dot that switch off lights, and I'll show you. So this is the side lights function. As you can see, right side is on and left side is off. Same goes for the rear. The right side tail light is on and left side is off. So this would not work if you have an ignition in the car. If the ignition is turned on, instead of that it would blink the indicators. But then since the ignition is turned off and the key is not there, it would turn on the side lights. Now if you want to do the coming home lights, it's a semi-automatic function. You need to one second. You need to just use the high beams once after you remove the ignition, and as you can see, the headlights have turned on, including the tail lights and the parking lights. Once you do the high beam flash, you have to open the door, as it's meant, as it's there on the MID screen. The driver door is open and it will stay on for a certain period of time. You could always adjust the duration for the amount of time you want the coming home lights and the leaving home lights. You could also adjust the duration the setting for side lights. So instead of a single side light, you could opt for double side lights. Some of these features are there on the Vento Highline Plus or the Skoda Rapids, which have the projectors, with the company which has provided. But then you don't get the auto headlights and you don't get the leaving home lights. For that you need the light sensor. So this is the coming home function. I'll once again show it to you from a different angle. So you turn off your ignition, your lights are off, you do a high beam flash and you open the door, and the lights would stay on for a specific period of time which you have mentioned in the VCDS or in the BCM. Just ignore the right headlight, it's not working properly. So in this, It will also function, it depends person to person. You could opt the fog lamps to work as coming home and leaving home, and if you have original OEM lights, you could have just this, since these are aftermarket headlights, so it is not precise, but yeah, this is the basic idea of how it works. So for the living home lights, you need to again put the headlight switch in auto position as shown in the living home lights, and once you have locked the car, you just, whenever you unlock the car, it's an automatic function, you don't need to do anything else. Just press the unlock button on the remote and the lights would come on, and it's the same as coming home. It would stay on for a specific period of time. You could change that duration. You could also customize it if you want. So this is the final thing which I have shown you, which you get with the BCM Max, like the backlight for the hazard button, the minute features like the illumination staying on even after you remove the turn off the ignition, coming home lights, leaving home lights, and auto headlights. Obviously rain and highway headlights would work in a certain way where you are above a certain speed, and your switch is in auto position, then only the the lights would turn on. And in the rain lights, your wipers have to be in auto position, and the same scenario as highway lights, and then your lights would again turn on. So this I wasn't able to show you, but yeah, this is the whole outcome of the BCM Max. Those tiny features just takes your car to the next level. It depends, it's choice to choice, but then yeah, you can get the same thing, not all the things, but the basic three features through a Chinese kit also. But I do prefer the OEM way. Also with BCM Max, you have opportunities. Once you install BCM Max, you get the options to install TPMS, high beam assist, lane change assist, keyless entry, and few other retrofits. But then, as I said, doing this retrofit is not a easy one. It's not pocket friendly also. So the choice is yours, whether you want to do it or not. Hope you guys like this video. See you in the next.